Hey guys, it's your girl Emma. You may know me. I have been doing great on social media lately, living my best digital life, looking forward to my 20th birthday coming up. Well, today took a seriously eerie twist. I got this super creepy message from some rando on the internet, a faceless troll from the endless dark corners of the World Wide Web. The message was all mysterious, like they knew new stuff about me, things that I hadn't even shared online. It creeped me out, big time. The sender seems to know the ins and outs of my life, which got me thinking, how? What does this person know about me? My usual bright and cheerful world suddenly has this dark overcast to it. Are my hashtags and filters becoming a stage for some kind of horror show? I can't shake this bone-chilling feeling. My heart is racing. Something is definitely not right. I keep thinking, who is this person and how do they know so much about? It feels like my digital paradise is apart, making me double-check all my recent posts. So there I was, just casually scrolling through my messages, and then, wham! I see this anonymous text that sends chills down my spine. The message is plain and simple, yet bone-chilling. I know where you live, Emma. The cold and impersonal tone of the message echoed in my head, drowning out the usual hustle and bustle of my digital life. I was about to dismiss it as some sort of twisted joke when another text pops up. Isn't your mother visiting soon? Suddenly the threat felt more real. This wasn't some random keyboard warrior. This person knew stuff about me, personal stuff. And then the messages just kept coming. Are you enjoying your morning coffee, Emma? The level of detail freaked me out. They weren't just stalking my online life, they were tracking my actual life too. The threats escalated, even hinting at physical harm. I wonder how you'd look with a scar on that pretty face, one message read. The fear was paralyzing. The thought of actual physical harm, of my life being at risk, was just too much. The next message was equally terrifying. Your boyfriend won't always be there to protect you, Emma. They knew about Mark. This shattered my sense of safety. I felt exposed, my once safe digital space infiltrated by an unknown enemy. The final text of the day was the creepiest. See you soon, Emma. The words seemed to linger, shrouding me in a cloud of fear. The promise of a future encounter left me feeling trapped. My online sanctuary now seemed like a haunted void. The constant ping of notifications, which used to bring me joy, now served as a relentless reminder of the unseen threat lurking in the corners of my digital world. So my boyfriend Mark, who's an absolute whiz with all things tech, courageously takes the plunge into this virtual arena to lend me a hand. He encounters an anonymous enemy who keeps dropping cryptic hints. Mark is no stranger to this jungle of binary codes, and he's ready to back me up. His approach is sharp, rational, and influenced by his personal involvement in the circumstances. Initially, Mark begins to decode the enigmatic notes left by this unwelcome visitor, scrutinizing every word, every phrase, every spooky caution. Our preliminary strategy is to explore the invader's profile, an invisible account with no unique characteristics. Nonetheless, it might contain crucial clues. We study the username, the timing of the posts, the series of threats. Every minute aspect could reveal a hint in this digital manhunt. Together, Mark and I comb through social media. My posts, my contacts, my interactions, hunting for any sign that might lead us to the digital bully. It's an exhausting task, like finding a needle in a haystack, but we're not backing down. We realize that in this online world, even the tiniest detail could be vital in revealing the identity of our enemy. As we delve ever deeper into this digital maze, the tension escalates. We're in a race against time in this cybernetic reality. The digital chase is on. Who is this ghost hiding behind the computer screen? Things got even scarier when I received a package from this unidentified individual. The situation intensified as they began tampering with my digital existence. The culprit didn't just violate my social presence, but also frightened off my followers by flooding them with unsettling content and eerie messages. It feels as though my world is disintegrating, my life online and offline turning into a waking nightmare. Mark and I find ourselves plunged deep into the bowels of the digital world, driven by a need for resolution. As we journey through the labyrinth of data and connections, we are aware of the immense complexity and risk. We know that every click might bring us closer to the truth or lead us further astray. I watch Mark using his technical prowess to forge a path through the chaos, his fingers a blur on the keyboard. Our goal is to unearth the digital breadcrumbs left behind by the manipulator, not unlike detectives searching for footprints in snowstorm. However, in this world, the snow never stops falling, and footprints can be easily concealed. Each piece of information we uncover is a fragment of a larger, disturbing picture. A network of deceit and online harassment comes to light. We discover fake accounts created in my name, spreading damaging rumors and lies. Anonymous messages sent to my followers, aiming to destroy my image and reputation, are also revealed. Each disclosure hits us like a punch. This is more than a violation of privacy. This is pure venom, an attempt to cause harm and create chaos. My online world, once a place of joy and creativity, has transformed into a nightmare. Yet we refuse to back down. We can't. The harasser has taken the fight from the virtual world into my real life, causing distress and harm. Their actions need to be curtailed. This is no longer solely about me. This is about countless others who could be facing similar situations, their lives disrupted by faceless bullies. We are standing online harassment against the culture that lets such behavior thrive. As hours blend into days and days into weeks, our investigation morphs into a crusade. Our opponent is not just a lone harasser, but an entire system, an entire mindset. We are fighting for everyone who has felt scared and powerless, ensnared an anonymous bully hiding behind a screen. New leads appear, new trails to chase. Each one pushes us deeper into the heart of the digital labyrinth, into the beast's lair. We are no longer merely in pursuit of the harasser. We are hunting a ghost, a specter that seems to exist everywhere and nowhere simultaneously. But we can't turn back now. We've uncovered too much, seen too much. We have to persist, continue searching, keep fighting. We are determined to bring the harasser to justice, not just for me, but for every victim of cyberbullying. The digital labyrinth grows more ominous and tangled the deeper we delve. But retreating is no longer an option. Each click, each strand of data, every revelation propels us closer to the truth, closer to justice. We will not stop until we've revealed the harasser's identity, until we've unmasked the villain. We will not stop until we've made the internet a safer space for everyone. Then, the scariest thing happened. Emma and Mark found themselves staring into the eyes of their harasser. The anticipation they had been feeling was finally met with stunning reality as the figure that had been plaguing their lives stepped out of the shrouds of darkness. It was a face that Emma recognized, a ghost from her past, and the recognition hit like a sucker punch. The treachery cut deeper than any threats they had suffered before. The tormentor, an old friend turned foe, carried a cruel smile, relishing in Emma's fear. This wicked delight a bone-deep chill through Emma. The tormentor had been feeding off her terror. But Emma had become more than just a prey. She had become a warrior, poised to reclaim her life. Beside her, Mark, fueled by his own rage, stood like an unyieldable rock. He had seen Emma's suffering, but was no longer a mute spectator. Now, he was a defender, ready to fight for justice. His face was a mask of determination, vowing to make the tormentor answer for their actions. The air was thick with tension as they confronted their stalker. Accusations flew, blame was assigned, and reality came crashing down. The stalker, now the one being cornered, tried to play the victim's card, but their deception was not enough to fool Emma and Mark. Their malevolence had been laid bare. There was no room for leniency or pardon for their oppressor. This face-off was about more than their stalker was now exposed, but the battle was just beginning. In the final chapter of this online ordeal, we, Emma and Mark, managed to bring the culprit before the judgment seat of law. Our normalcy was shattered, but with unwavering determination, we mustered enough proof to expose the stalker. The unsettling messages, the intimidations, the perpetual dread, they all formed a puzzle we could finally assemble. This image was one of fraud, cyberbullying, and an anonymous tormentor who knew all our secrets and used them to our disadvantage. Every click and keystroke led us deeper this elaborate network of deception. I, Mark, with my proficiency in technology, traced the digital tracks back to their origin. The revelation was terrifying. Someone from Emma's past, someone determined to inflict damage. But what was the rationale? The motives were as twisted as the stalker's deeds, a skewed perception of reality driven by jealousy and resentment. But the time for inquiries was over. It was time to take action. We contacted the police, providing evidence we had painstakingly gathered. It was a painful process, reliving the fear, the invasion of, but we knew it was a critical step. We understood it was the only means to regain our lives. The police were sympathetic and cooperative. They grasped the depth of the stalker's fixation, the lengths he had gone to harass us. They acted swiftly, apprehending the stalker, thrusting him from the shadows into the bright spotlight of justice. The The stalker was indicted, his reign of terror abruptly ended. We could finally exhale, live free of fear. But the experience had changed. We had seen the dark side of the digital world, felt its frigid grip, the cost of online harassment, the importance of privacy. My nightmare is finally, but I know things will never be the same.